Alright guys, this is Doc M and today we want to check out Railway Empire. The game will be out in 10 days or so, I think 25th of January 2018, and a good friend of mine knows people working for Calypso who make this game, and he asked if I could have a key to check out the game, and I could. So I played the game for quite some time. And so far this is the closed beta, pre-order beta, so not all functions are available yet, but quite a lot already. So I played some of these campaign missions. It seems there's 2 chapters available right now, chapter 1 and 2, that was pretty cool, learned some of the basic stuff. There is scenarios, I haven't really looked into that to be honest, and there is the free mode. And yeah, you can... Seems you can play on the east and the west coast here. I feel everybody would play on the west coast, so we go play on the east coast. We start 1830 and it goes up to 1910 as of now. And I don't know if all of this is... Okay, we could also start later. Okay, so this is starting date 1830, because we want to, you know, go through the development of the different trains and so on and see that a little bit. Definitely gonna do a mini let's play of this, right? Gonna play a few episodes, maybe set ourselves some goals here in free mode, and then we'll see how we like it, and then maybe when the game fully releases we can really dig into it, because so far it looked really cool. It is different, but we'll talk about that. So I think for the let's play sake we make it as easy as possible. I think normal is the lowest difficulty, and it's already challenging. The AI is really pushy. They're expanding super fast. We can have realistic rail networks. Okay. Yeah, we want to go for the realistic network. We want to have signals and stuff. Then pause mode. Yeah, there's... For the challenges and so on, if you play without pause you get more points, which is a bit weird. That felt not right in this game, so but you can always turn it off with manual, because I feel in games like that you always want to take your time and strategically plan. Feeling, you know, I felt like I was rushed. I tried to play the challenges without pausing and it did good, but it felt a bit stressful. These games I see more as games to relax, you know, and hang out.
Are you a man
so
or a mouse?
we're Doc,
This is
and
no time to hesitate.
our company is Doc Trends. Alright? Not Trends, Doc Trends. We transport everything. People.
Your search is
And
over.
then you have
I did it
different
according to my
character
card.
classes here pretty
Only needs a
much.
bit more thinking time.
This girl, she gets a discount, or the
Together, we
track
shall
construction
conquer them
costs are
all.
lower.
You should choose me. You wouldn't want
Underworld
Let's go.
applications,
Time is money.
freight prices, 5% higher freight prices. That seems, yeah,
There's
pretty
no
good.
way to halt the progress of technology.
Innovation
Niles.
points, receive higher ticket prices.
Where
Ticket
my
prices
little
is
jar with
also
all the
good.
candy?
But I think we will go for
They're just
freight
gold diggers
prices.
who don't
Try
have
to
a
make
clue about how
a
this-
fortune there. Alright, so the graphical style of the game looks really good.
Your
There we
company
go.
has just been founded, your startup capital transferred, and your list of tasks created. But beware of your 3 opponents.
Alright, so if we zoom in, stuff looks really neat here. Good graphics, and yeah, it's a typical Railroad Tycoon game. You have to connect cities and things, you know, and make money by doing so. We start here in Baltimore. There's also little tutorial videos for all kinds of stuff that show you how you do things. I mean, we know how to do that. And yeah, this seems to be an interesting area. Okay, and where is... Oh, there's New York. Okay, that's money. Where is our opponents? I have no idea where they're starting at. I didn't look at in the beginning you can select the starting city. So yeah, but our main headquarters is here in Baltimore. And yeah, let's set up our first things here. I mean, Washington, Baltimore, New York. Sounds like a profitable track to work with. So Baltimore is our main thing. What do we have here? Or is Baltimore even? Oh no, it's not. Well, then I'd rather do Baltimore, New York first, because two bigger cities, and then we see. So, how you do this is the game is paused right now, so we don't need to stress. So probably, let's see, Albany is up there. Baltimore is gonna be a pretty important city here. So, yeah, let's just start with a small train station and then we can always expand. So we can rotate things, and then the cool thing is, for example, here if you place this down, see how the whole city just kind of changes a little bit. It doesn't destroy houses, it just morphs the city. I kind of liked it. I think that makes a lot of sense, you know. Just makes it more comfortable. The game is very playable, I feel. Very accessible. Well done, a lot of small things, and you will see a bunch of the cool features. Hey, by the way, I'm not getting paid to say this and so on. It's an honest opinion. Technically, though, as I got the key from a friend, it was not from Calypso themselves, so pretty much. So it's not paid promotion or anything like that. But yeah, you always have to be careful. So let's say we put that here. I'm just saying what I feel about the game right now. I had a lot of fun with it so far. So New York. So that's the very basic stuff, and now it's gonna be a relatively expensive track. The track building is very cool. You can always manually do things, you know, goes bit by bit, but the automatic track laying system works relatively fine, in my opinion. It tries to, yeah, create tracks that sometimes are more expensive. Like this thing is expensive because, you know, we have tunnels in here for 400,000, but in the long run it's definitely worth it because you'll be saving a lot of time if you have zero incline on your track. It's more expensive, but we're gonna do it. So we set up our first track here, and yeah, we're gonna go back and forth here. Here you see a lot of industry already. We definitely gonna take advantage of that later, but yeah, you'll see I have a plan for a pretty sophisticated economy setup, right? Okay, so in any case, now we have done that. Next thing, as we are in the time of the steam engines and stuff, we need a supply tower. So about halfway between New York and Baltimore, we plop that down, and as you can see, we dug out quite a bit here for our track to be flat. It's kind of cool. And here, it's a normal track. So that's that. So that's a supply tower, you know. They have water, maybe some coal and stuff if the trains come by and need to refill. Another important thing is, so let me see. Probably is New York gonna be? No, Baltimore is a better spot. So in Baltimore, we go into our train station, and then you can upgrade it, but yeah, what we need is a maintenance building. Here's a little shed, so trains that come in here will sometimes be, you know, checked and you know, just kept working. So you have to have that somewhere. So now we have pretty much everything to create a successful train. So let's do that. New train. First we set up a rail line. We say you ride from Baltimore to New York and back. Obviously, you don't have to tell that. Now we can say what they're supposed to do. Express goods only, that means passengers and mail. Freight only, that's quite obvious. Manual loading, so we can do it, or automatic. For right now, we just want to transport anything possible back and forth. So yeah, we say we do that, and then we also need a locomotive. For right now, there's only the Grasshopper. 1830, really crappy and slow, and that's that. So later, you also have the option to actually have personnel on your trains, like stokers, engineers, conductors, and configure that more if you want to do really nice express trains and so on. So it's really nice. First I thought, it should be deeper, but actually with these few settings you could do exactly what you want to do, and it's very playable. So I liked it. First I was like, I want to be more in control, but it actually felt okay. So now we have taken care of the first connection here. Now let's check out New York and check if they have industry. Yes, they do. They have a brewery. They have a brewery here. Okay, a brewery, and what do we have over here in Baltimore? They have meat industry. So now let's look if there is some corn. Yes, of course, here, right? This would be needed for the brewery. And yeah, the cows would be needed for here. So let's get cracking here. First of all, I'm thinking, how are we gonna do that? We wanna pretty much, you can bring corn, you know, here you can see what the cities need. Corn is needed, or grain is needed by everybody. Everybody needs wood. Everybody needs meat, right? So all we have here, we have wood here, we have grain here, and we have cows here. We can all deliver that to these three cities: Baltimore, New York, Washington. So I'm thinking I will try to set up right from the get-go kind of a a system where we can feed all the cities from one place with their basic needs, right? Make it efficient. You can say that. So what we want to do is, there is a thing called, it's a warehouse. It's pretty much a storage centralized hub, right? So what we want to do is we want to provide stuff to New York, Baltimore, and Washington from this one station here. And I guess, yeah, let me see, we're gonna put it, where is the extensions going? Here. So we are gonna put it here. And this is gonna be our central hub for most things. So, warehouse. First we need to tap into these guys. What would make sense is if you put a large train station here, we have a lot of area we cover, and you see both of the places there are covered by it. So we should definitely do that. So one goes there and one goes there. It's expensive. It is expensive. But it's good groundwork in the beginning, I feel. So now we have that set up. What we need to do now is we need to connect things accordingly. So in the warehouse, let's configure the warehouse first. We go into the warehouse and then we can say store this, that, what else? Cows, yeah, fruit or veggies here. Where is it? That and milk, right? And we say it's like store as much as possible. Okay. Now we should pick that stuff up and bring that all into our centralized warehouse, and then from the warehouse we bring that to all different cities. So let's set up a track here. Bam. This is gonna be our first connection. Bring stuff in from Nolan Breeding, and I also wanna hook up here. So let's see if that is a thing. Yeah, it is. Okay. We have a little bit of a incline here, but it's alright. 219,000. So now we would already be out of money. What I'm gonna do is here, there is a way to take out a loan. So let's take out a loan right away. I'm trying this right now. Try to build up this crazy system right away. And then we'll see. So that is done. Let's build that. So we have the 2 tracks in now. And everything is centralized into the warehouse. And now what we want to do is pretty much, I would say, do we want to hook it up to Baltimore already from the warehouse? Maybe. And I just see one thing. We need to change a little bit here. But we can do that later. Okay, yeah. I would say we hook up the first thing to Baltimore. But first we need some trains and whatnot. So okay, let's go ahead and do another train station here in Washington. And then we just see how everything goes, you know what I mean? I mean, what can we do? So, we put that here.
I see you've placed new stations on the playing field.
Yeah, of course, I'm the man. Okay. And then we also want a supply tower here. And we want another train. And you are just going back and forth here. Gonna use 2 trains. In the long run, you know, we're gonna need it. And add locomotive. Slow guy here. So that is set up. So now we're doing this. And yeah, how much money do we have left? A little bit. Okay, so let's do this. Expand the station, it will cost us 60 grand. Like that. And then we will already set up a connection line for later. Let me think about it. Is this okay? No. Yeah, we need to expand more. Otherwise we need to reroute tracks later and I don't want to do that. Okay. So we can also start assembling goods here. But I think we should start running for a little bit, try to make a little bit of money, and then we start working more on this here. It's an expensive endeavor in the beginning here, but we shall see. So there's tasks we should fulfill. Deploy 4 trains at the same time, and they want us to do that before 1832. And then, you know, all kinds of different goals and whatnot. We'll look into that in a bit. So now there's all kinds of messages popping up. We don't really need to read through them. I will explain what's going on. But here's our first train actually arriving in Baltimore. And we have a list of trains here. We can check everything out. So Baltimore, New York, they thought it's important to transport all the meat out of Baltimore. They are getting, you know, a certain amount of production going in the beginning. Just stuff gets delivered to them via carts and other means, not by train. But, you know, for real industry to kick in, you definitely have to get your trains rolling. So, yeah, it's a pretty long ride. That's the Baltimore, New York. That's the Steak Express. And Washington, Baltimore. Yeah, they're more into the passenger thing. And then, you know, carts get unloaded. And then we see we have a bunch of people waiting for the train at our station. And then we set up another train. And yeah, it's mainly passengers. And then you can also see profits of your individual trains and so on made. So how much was laying out a track here? Yeah, I need 100 grand to make this train station really big. And yeah, we also, what we need is We need supply towers. Maybe we can get away with one here. No, we can't. So it will have to be 2. Otherwise, these trains can also break down. So let's do 2 supply towers here. But it's okay. We cover 4 farms with 2 trains then later. As soon as we get our trains in play. You know, and then we stack everything in here. Then we will have all the stuff that comes out here, and then we simply connect 3 lanes to our cities. Like we go over here, try to hook up and make a parallel line here. We definitely want to have a double lane between New York and Baltimore. Then we're gonna dedicate one lane for passenger traffic, and on the other lane we're gonna haul stuff back and forth. So pretty much it's already clear that this lane here will be an additional lane. Oh, and we can't build out here, really? It's red here. Too steep or something. Ah, really? Well, that ruins a lot. That means we will have to move the train station further back or something to be able to fit stuff in here. Otherwise, I mean, this is useless, right? Yeah, this is crazy. This is dumb. We'll have to do something like that. The stupid thing is this track, now you know that gets a 15% incline. I really don't want that. So it's quite annoying. Yeah, as soon as we get too close. Incline 19%, you know. There it would have 0. There it would also have 0. Oh, but we can't really. This is, I don't like that. Here, you know, why can't we have parallel tracks? It's gotta be like that then. So be it. I don't like it, but that's what it is. The rest works out. Okay, how much would this be? 300,000. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. We can do that later. Just want to see if it's possible, or otherwise we would be in a dead end already. So that is taken care of. Next thing, though, I wanna upgrade this place here one more time. How far is it to New York? Oh well. How much is it? It would be 100 grand, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's try to make some monies. Yes, people to be hired, but yeah, we want to make money. This was a huge investment that is not necessarily generating us a lot of money in the beginning. So I'm not quite sure if that is the smartest thing to do. Probably the best is to just go for distance, actually. But we'll see. You know, this is the strat we picked now. What? Oh, wow. Really? No way. He's right there. If I knew he would build there, you know, I would have built 2 train stations here. There can only be maximum of 2 train stations per city, and I could have completely blocked him out of here. If I knew he would build there. Well, it's interesting. Thankfully, there is this option. So this is our enemy. Doc Murphy. What? He even stole our name? He stole our city and our name? Wow. But yeah, you can go start, you know, buying shares of them. And eventually take them over. How much would this company be? 2.6 million right now if you want to buy the whole dealio. Right now we want to save money ourselves. Right? So, yeah. Let's just keep on going. And see what happens. Oh, and there is the alarm, boys and girls. That means we are at the end of our first episode here. Yeah, what is our plans now? Definitely want to get a little bit of money, and then we want to see if we can connect here, because here in Baltimore, right, we are weaving and we have the meat industry. So if we start connecting this whole dealio to Baltimore for a start, then we can start shipping other goods back and forth that will give us even more money, right? Because then we will have food and leather, and yeah, we're gonna ship it to there and to Washington, obviously. And then we're gonna do the corn here, try to connect that to New York, make money from the breweries. I mean, this sucks that he just took this, but eventually we will get him. We can't be faced. We just need to make his life miserable in some way that he doesn't expend too much and messes with our stuff here. Alright, see you next time. Hope you enjoyed. Bye guys. Be sure to leave a like.